Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. And as always, before we get rolling, as we progress through Brian Hayes' 3D printed robots extraordinaire week, get yourself comfortable. Grab that steaming cup of coffee or that bubbling cup of tea with a dash of honey in it, or whatever drink wherever you're at, home, work, Starbucks, jogging and sipping a Dasani or something, and get a snack or something and get ready to have some energy so you could absorb all this coolness. And by the way, if you're a lurker or you just kind of like haven't made the commitment to subscribe, please do so. It would be, number one, greatly appreciated. Your fellow collectors would appreciate it. And I personally would appreciate it. And by the way, not only will you be among the cool kids, and you will raise your collective collecting IQ experience by 20 points, or so unscientific studies have shown. But, eventually, when things get rolling, you will get access to the special discounts that I will offer for stuff. So, with that out of the way, the third and final design, but not the final color variation, and you guys and gals will have to tell me, would you like me to show you the other color variations? Because if not, I would probably stop at each of the design. The final one is the Space Patrol robot. This is the 3D interpretation of I'm going to assume 1960s Imai model kit. And man, do I wish I had the originals. But you know what? This is the next best thing by far. And this one's actually dated 1964 and 250 yen. How cool is that? I wonder how many dollars that was in 1964. And by the way, I just want to segue back to, my UFO helicopter video. That was legit. It was dusk. The camera wasn't focusing good because when it's like not quite dark, not quite light, and you're shooting on a freaking iPhone, it's just not going to be great quality. But I could tell you that orb that was hovering, that came out of nowhere, that was not a lighting effect. It was not some kind of, ball lightning. I mean, it moved and it disappeared. And if you look up UFO encounters, that's not the first weird light thing that they've tracked. I mean, there's actually videos of like jet pilots tracking these kind of things. It's freaking bizarre, man. Now, I don't know. I am close to a naval base, so who the hell knows if there's some, experimentation and technology going on. But I just wanted to put that out there in case you're wondering, and maybe you're not, but if you haven't seen that video, I suggest you see it. It's only like 40 seconds long. But anyway, cool box art, and this kind of like alien landscape reminded me of that. But you have the patrol robot, and you have this cool astronaut. At first, you see all these oxygen tanks. It almost looked to me like it was a claw holding him, but it's not. It's his oxygen tanks. Mounted horizontally, that's what kind of threw me. Usually there's two and they're vertical. And it's just a beautiful box art. I got to say, the models had some of the most spectacular box art that I ever have seen in the vintage Japanese robot toys. And of course, this one is signed, and it is 2022. It's a brand new creation, very faithful to the original. So what about the robot? Well, this is the color variation, which is now, I have two other ones. This is white and red. Kind of reminds me of the, let's get this camera adjusted. Reminds me of the Mr. Robot that's white. Now, and I'll say this to Brian, I'm assuming the camera was intended, the antenna was intended to go into that hole there. But the shaft was very, very tight, so it wouldn't drop down at all. And, that's all right. I put it on there. I mean, you can kind of see here. It makes it very tall, but it won't even be in frame, and I'm not going to, focus in on that. But it's a very cool design here. Again, this is 3D printed. You could barely see the lines, up close, I could see them. They probably don't show up greatly on camera. I know where the light bounces off because you have a shadow effect. Very, very smooth, though. Very, very smooth. And it's just a good-looking robot. Very blocky, simplistic. Again, something that I could see Super Mario using this design. Here's your switch. And Brian does a clever, now I don't know if Brian had the pieces of the original, but the way his battery door, some of them without screws, is very nice. You don't have to mess with screwing it in. They just kind of snap into place. And there's the robot. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's just turn him on and see him in action. Oh, wow. He has a cool stepping action. Fantastic. And he has alternating green and red. You know, I'm going to cut the light on this one. I don't worry as much about burning out LEDs. I'm assuming that's what both John and Brian use when they make these, so I could let them run a little longer than normal. How cool is that, man? That is fantastic. Imagine as a kid putting this model kit together in the 60s and getting a similar effect. You'd be so damn proud of yourself. Like, damn, I can't believe I built that thing. And one last time, get him backed up there. Wow, fantastic. And as always, I will link the Alphadrome webpage in the description. So if you've never seen it and you've been living under a rock all these years, you'll be able to click it on. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. There you have it. So, my friends, let me know what you think of this third and final model. Let me know if you would like to see color variations. Now, I don't know how long I'll have these out, so by the time you answer, it might be too late because I'm going to be like, sorry, I've already put them away. But in the event that I haven't, maybe I'll show you the other colors. But at least we have shown and demonstrated all three distinctive designs. With that, I appreciate your time as always. And again, if you're a lurker, do me a favor and please hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to thumb up the video, leave a remark. With that, my friends, thanks again, and I will talk to you later.